What's up, you guys? We're talking prop bets for UFC Nashville. Now, if you're new to this segment, what we're going to do is I'm going to throw at least 3 prop bets for you guys to target for the big UFC Nashville card. There are 3 prop bets that have caught my attention. We'll end things with the long shot parlay. We'll get something way up in the plus 1000s. We'll help you guys cash in on a big prop bet check, so you guys can start getting yourself a new car. You guys are riding your GoPeds to work and whatnot. We got to get you a new whip, so we'll cash in on the long shot parlay. I appreciate you all for stopping by. It means a lot to me. I've seen a little uptick in some new viewership. If you guys can please smash that subscribe button. If you've been tuning in for a while and you still haven't done it, it would mean the world to me if you can. And if you could all smash that like button if you like these kind of videos and you want me to continue to deliver on these prop bet targets, just smash that like button. All right, guys, with no further ado, let's jump into the first target.
The teller.
So let's jump into a lightweight matchup between Mike Davis and Mitch Ramirez. The first thing that we know is that Mike Davis is a huge favorite in this spot. All right. The next thing that stands out to me, especially for where we're going to go with this, is the fact that Ramirez has been finished in both of his 2 losses. Okay, but let's further dissect those 2 losses, right? He loses to Thiago Moises and Carlos Prates. All right, the Prates loss, which took place on Dana White's Contender Series, he took a world of damage in that first round. I mean, Prates was teeing off on him. He eventually broke him down in the beginning of the second. Okay, but that's what Prates does to the best of them, okay? He has plenty of first-round finishes, plenty of early finishes, and that's a very high-level and dangerous striker. The Thiago Moises finish took place in the beginning of the 3rd round. He was getting chewed up with the leg kicks, but he did make it to the 3rd round. Wasn't his best performance, but the point of me bringing up these 2 losses, I don't think that it actually describes him exactly as a fighter. I believe Ramirez is more tough and durable than a fighter that has his losses coming by way of 100% of TKO KO finishes, okay? Now, when you take a look at Mike Davis, you're going to notice that the vast majority of his victories do come by way of finish, but let's look at his recent work. Okay, he's coming off that decision loss to Faraz Zaim. Before that, he had a 2nd round finish of Natan Levy. Okay, took place in the 2nd round. All right, then he went to a decision with Slava Borishev. He took Borishev to a decision. You saw how long it took Terrence McKinney to get him out of there. Okay, he went to a decision with Mason Jones. Okay, he went all the way to the last 5 seconds of the fight against Thomas Gifford. I was there live for that fight. Thomas Gifford was a very low-level fighter. I know that fight took place a long time ago, and Mike Davis has evolved, okay, but you're still, you're looking at the majority of his recent victories coming by way of decision or basically going to that final bell. It's not like he's going in there and steamrolling through the opposition. And where I'm going to go with this is I like this fight to hit the over 1.5, which you can catch up at minus 165. I think that Mitch Ramirez will make it past the halfway marker of this fight. In fact, I could see him making it to the final bell. Now, we're going to go the other way with this one. All right, we got Junior Tafa representing the Tafa gang. He's taking on Tuco Tucos. And this is a fight where I very well can see an early finish, and I do favor Tafa landing a big strike. We know he may have some vulnerabilities with his takedown defense and grappling. I just don't believe that Tuco is that guy. I don't think he's going to have success getting those takedowns. And Tuco is also a fighter that goes out there and looks to land heavy. Okay, but you take a look at Tafa real quick. He's coming off that 2nd round KO, and that would have cleared the under 1.5. Before that, he was actually finished early on by Vtor Walker. He was finished by Marcos Rogerio de Lima via KO under the 1.5 as well. Before that, a very quick KO of Porker Porter, as I like to call him, Porker. And there's a lot of early stuff going on here, but the key factor in this matchup is the fact that I don't believe that if Tokos chooses to try to use wrestling and grappling tactics, I don't think he's going to have success there. They're going to throw down. Someone's going to get knocked out, and I think that Tafa is going to be the fighter that knocks out Tukos. And once again, I highlight the Umar Sy fight where he was submitted in the 1st round, and Umar Sy has definitely proven to not be that guy, okay? Before that, a couple 1st-round KOs for Tuco in his own right. Was knocked out in the 1st round by Zhang Ming Yang. I smell an early finish in this fight. I'm looking at the under 1.5, which is at minus 130 right now. I think that this fight ends before we hit the halfway marker. Now, I know a lot of you guys are looking for larger plus action even before we get to the long shot parlay. So stick with me here. I'm going to give you a 2-for-1 as we dive into the Vtor Patrino versus Austin Lane matchup. Vtor Patrino, another big favorite on this card. I'm going to twist this thing up, right? So everyone is favoring Vtor Patrino to land that knockout. It's something that he's done pretty well when he's getting his hand raised. And Austin Lane has lost all 6 of his L's via KO. Okay, but I think that if you target both of these method of victories here for Patrino, where Patrino wins via decision at plus 700, okay, he's a massive favorite to win the fight. He could easily still win a decision. If he doesn't find the KO, it's not like he can't win this fight. All right, if Austin Lane has some success getting a takedown here or there, I mean, he's not going to really land too much damage. Patrino could still get up and land a couple bombs, solidify rounds. He could outstrike him. He can get on top of him, rain down some ground and pound. I mean, he should be the superior fighter. Take a look at the plus 700 on Patrino to win via decision, and then also just take a quick look at Patrino to win via submission. Maybe you see a club and sub. If you remember, Patrino hit an arm triangle choke not too long ago. He does have one submission victory that took place recently, and that was against Marcin Patrino. And maybe Austin Lane gets hurt, gets subbed. Maybe we just see Patrino set something up like that. So if you throw a little something on that, I could possibly see a nice return coming your way. We'll see how it goes. Of course, that knockout is the most likely situation, but if one of those other two methods hit, you're grabbing plus 700 odds on those lines there. Hey guys, as we're sliding through these prop targets, don't forget I have some huge official targets for this card. If you guys want the exclusive targets that I'm targeting, the ones I got big money up on, don't hesitate to shoot me an email or DM me on Instagram. I'll give you further information there. And of course, I have that special offer. If you sign up through my referral link to Bovada, I will give you my entire slate for free. But we have a huge slate, boys. Major units and targets are out. All right, guys, we're hitting up the long shot parlay. Let's mix up a bunch of legs and get something up in the plus 1,000s. What are we going to kick this thing off? Let's throw up a Kennedy and Shukwu at minus 230. I think that Kennedy is going to look good out there. All he has to do is avoid being taken down and getting his legs and heels played with, which we know Walker is pretty good at, but Kennedy is not easy to take down. He should be the much more dangerous and dynamic striker. Throw that minus 230 up in the mix there. After that, what do we got here? Let's throw a little Chidi and Jakowani up in the mix. Get that up to plus 168. We'll see if we need to reach on any closer lines or where we can get something up there, playing it a little bit safer. Let's take a look. We'll throw Vtor Patrino up in the mix. We already talked about that being a lock. What else we got, boys? What else we got? Tallison Teixeira, man, in the main event. We'll throw Tallison up in the mix. I think we're going to have to start reaching on some closer odds here. Junior Taffa, we already talked about him being more likely to land that KO. I think he gets the job done. That will take us to a plus 567. We got 5 legs. We need to shake something up here, boys. We got to get something to get a jump here. Let's throw Steve Garcia up in the mix. That will give us a 6-leg parlay, and we'll be up at plus 1,060. This should get you guys off your GoPed and get you cruising into work with a nice little hand-me-down 97 Honda Civic, boys. All right, let's cash in on that long shot parlay. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the prop edition video for UFC Nashville. Please do not forget to subscribe and like and go follow me on my social media. And don't forget, if you want those official targets that I'm targeting for this card, shoot me an email or DM, and I'll give you further information there. I have a huge slate lined up. I appreciate you guys greatly. Have a great week. Have a great fight night. Signing out, Teller.
The Teller.